got an amazing aroma, costs around $5 and is bound to make your life easier.
You may be thinking of a fancy cup of coffee, but we're talking about an irresistible store-made rotisserie chicken.
Stephanie Pappas makes mealtime healthy and simple by roasting her own chickens.
It's so nice and very convenient to have that roasted chicken in the refrigerator that you can just pull out, put it together some things, and 15, 20 minutes later, you have dinner.
They're convenient and available at many grocery stores, but as Consumer Reports explains, beneath that golden brown skin could be sodium, and a lot of it.
You've probably walked past that $4.99 Costco rotisserie chicken thinking it's the ultimate bargain. But what if I told you that one of the cheapest meals in America comes with hidden costs you'd never expect? This isn't just dinner, it's a carefully crafted weapon in the supermarket's economic arsenal, primed to pull you deeper into the store.
An even shorter shortcut? Rotisserie chickens from the grocery store. They're tasty, convenient, and inexpensive. And chicken is a high-protein, low-saturated fat meat. But don't assume all rotisserie birds are a good choice. Consumer Reports evaluated the nutritional information and ingredients for rotisserie chickens from 7 supermarkets and warehouse clubs. Here are some of the highest sodium levels Consumer Reports found. Consumer Reports nutritionists say you might be surprised at what goes into some rotisserie chickens. Literally.
To keep the birds moist and tasty, they are often injected with a solution that can include sugar, processed ingredients, and unfortunately a lot of sodium.
Stick with me, because once you learn what's really inside these birds, you'll never look at that golden brown chicken the same way again. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Sam's Club, which has about 9 times more sodium than a chicken roasted without salt, and about 1/4 of the maximum amount of sodium adults should have in a day. And Costco's famous rotisserie chickens aren't much better.
It's so easy to roast a chicken at home. We recommend you don't wash it, just season it, put it in a 350-degree oven until the meat thermometer reads 165 degrees, and it'll be delicious and a lot less.
Lower sodium options are Kroger Simple Truth rotisserie chickens, Wegmans organic rotisserie chickens, and Whole Foods organic and non-organic plain chicken.
The $4.99 chicken looks like a small victory for the shopper, but that bird is not priced for your benefit. It's a calculated lure, planned and maintained with precision. What seems like dinner at a bargain is actually one of the most powerful tools in modern retail strategy. It isn't simply about selling poultry, it's about controlling the flow of your money once you're inside the store. Grocery chains call products like this loss leaders. These are items deliberately priced so low that the company loses money on each sale. But while they take that hit up front, they often gain far more once you walk past the registers with a cart full of extras you never planned to buy.
CR says the best time of day to grab a chicken is between about 4 and 7 p.m. Many supermarkets cook up a fresh batch every 2 to 4 hours. Your chicken will last for up to 4 days in the fridge or 4 months in the freezer. Cut it in pieces and wrap them tightly or store them in a covered container.
That cheap chicken takes on the role of bait, designed to draw you in, to steer your path through the aisles, and to amplify the likelihood you'll leave with drinks, desserts, or side dishes stacked on top of your main purchase. Here's the paradox. Why would a giant supermarket intentionally sell a fully cooked chicken for almost the same price as raw, uncooked meat in the same cooler? The answer lies in the trade-off between the individual transaction and the broader goal. Chains know that the customer who comes in for a chicken is more likely to stay longer, spend more, and make repeat visits.
What has an amazing aroma, costs around $5, and is bound to make your life easier? You may be thinking about a fancy cup of coffee, but we're actually talking about an in-store made rotisserie chicken.
An even shorter shortcut, rotisserie chickens from the grocery store. They're tasty, convenient, and inexpensive, and chicken is a high-protein, low-saturated fat meal. But don't assume all rotisserie birds are a good choice.
But as Consumer Reports explains tonight, beneath that golden brown skin could be sodium, and a lot of it. Martha Koloski has more in today's On Your Side.
Each bird becomes a small soldier in a much larger war for consumer loyalty and shopping behavior. Costco is the most famous example. They refuse to raise the price of their chicken above $4.99, even as feed, transportation, and labor costs climb. To make that promise sustainable, Costco went as far as building a massive vertically integrated farm and processing plant in Nebraska. That facility exists for one purpose: lock the price of rotisserie chicken in place, no matter how the rest of the poultry market shifts. By controlling the process from hatch to roasting, Costco treats the chicken not as food, but as a strategic weapon. That bird is waiting at the back of the store, placed so you'll have to pass through aisles of bulk snacks, wines, and seasonal promotions before you reach it. Other chains adapt different tactics. Walmart and Kroger don't run their own giant poultry farms for this, but they work with suppliers that prepare chickens in advance by injecting them with brines, flavor enhancers, and color stabilizers. To the average shopper, the bird looks larger, juicier, and better browned. That weight increase doesn't come from extra meat. In fact, as much as 20% of a Walmart rotisserie chicken's weight comes from a salt and sugar solution. That's 1 pound out of every 5 injected straight back into the bird, adding to the illusion of more food for the money while quietly boosting the store's margins. That strategy isn't harmless. A single chicken breast from Walmart's rotisserie can carry over 1,300 milligrams of sodium. For someone who thought they were bringing home an easy and healthy protein, they're actually loading up on more sodium than half of what most adults should consume in an entire day. It's not just about convenience anymore. It's about how the pitch of easy dinner hides long-term consequences for health. And what you see spinning behind the glass may not even be what it appears. Not every chain roasts on site. Some stores receive pre-cooked birds from central facilities, vacuum-sealed, shipped in bulk, then reheated in the back before being rolled out to the warmers. They smell fresh, they look crisp, but they're reheated production line birds dressed up in the performance of a slow, careful roast. The presentation matters more than the process. The payoff for the retailers is obvious. That chicken isn't meant to satisfy your hunger alone. It's the beginning of a larger sales chain. Add a side of mashed potatoes sold in a plastic tub. Grab a 2-liter soda for convenience. Pick up a dessert that wasn't on your list. The cheap chicken sits at the center of a web of impulse purchases, each more profitable than the one item you came in for. And once you see how carefully each part of that system is staged, it becomes clear this isn't only about dinner. It's about identifying the tactical moves hidden inside your weekly shopping trip and realizing the bird turning in that warmer is one of the most effective retail decoys in the modern grocery war. The $4.99 chicken was never designed as dinner. It was built as a lure, positioned to shape how you move, what you grab, and how much you spend before you ever leave the store. That bird is a signal of strategy, not generosity. So treat supermarket convenience the way you'd study a battlefield. Learn to see decoys for what they are. Understand that the real objective is not your meal, but your wallet. True control comes from recognizing the hidden costs behind the golden skin, then deciding whether you'll play their game or walk past the heat lamps untouched.